Alright, today we are playing the Thaumaturge. I think I said that right. It looked interesting. I forgot too much about it. The Thaumata is a word deriving from Greek. It means miracles. A Thaumaturge, or a tempermancer, is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a Thaumaturge without being born one. Spooky. Cutscene. We don't skip cutscenes. Let's see. We're here for the lore. The story. It is a top-down game. I'm not really a fan of those, but it looked good. It, not completely top-down. I'll be quiet now.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Wick.
So I guess we have some kind of affliction.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
No.
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
Oh, I can choose. I mean, why not? Let's see what this game's about.
Take this down, please. Arrived. Very beautiful views. People honest at first glance. Sincerely, your barely living cripple.
I didn't mean to cause offense.
Well, then strike that, please. Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Please add, my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Victor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
Bro's a schizo.
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Yep. All right. Freely around the location. Okay. Dear Anthony, it feels like ages have passed since your last letter, or maybe it's just the winter that makes everything good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago, I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land among foreign people to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I am losing my health and my mind and cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons. And I can't leave here. I can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me. Constanti. P.S. I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Annika that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. And it was stuck here. That's sad. Oh, but it gave me a quest. Fine. Oh, no, it's the same one. Sad. Okay. Dear Jenko, please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I will tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now, and it is not all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look. Wherever you turn, you hear about revolts and peasant guerrillas going at the lords with pitchforks. We have to protect ourselves, have something on the side, some business that will allow you to live with dignity. That's why I'm telling you for the last time, go to the Bank of Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. Invest in the oil business in Baku. The railroads is already getting there, and the world needs kerosene. You need to act. I will send you all the documents and authorizations. Don't delay any longer. Greetings, Luke. I thought greetings would be more so like the opening of a letter. But perception. As a thaumaturge, you possess exceptional perception. You can see things that are hidden from sight. You can anticipate the enemy's actions. You can follow traces of emotions, thoughts, actions, and words, and you can reach your goal easier. So that just brings me to the menu. If I hit more, okay. Right trigger to use perception. Alright.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
Why, thank you.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
Far from here, that it's gone. I tried. I couldn't do that one.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Pretty desolate kind of place. Let's talk to Luca.
Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. Are they warm?
A proud answer, it not only draws from your flaw of pride's level, but will also feed it even more. It confuses me. It not only draws from your flaw of pride's level, but will also feed it even more. Alright. Let's just say this.
I'm not here for long. I'm looking for a certain healer.
First, you gotta make a donation to the Tsar's army. Warm boots, for instance.
No.
And a coat. He won't need a coat once he's lost his boots.
No.
It's your snummy. We're the Tsar's soldiers.
Not
Those
happening.
don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Alright. When your enemies lose all their health points, you will win the fight. The enemy's health points are shown on the bars below their feet, while your health points are represented by a bar on the bottom left corner of the screen. Okay, so what happens if I X? Hold X, okay, so I can... So the guy on the right is a little bit more health points. Planned attack, quick attack. Let's start with a planned attack on the guy because he has a knife. Okay. Did I mess up? Alright, action Q. Perception allows you to anticipate the enemy actions. To find out what they are planning, unfold the action Q at the top of the screen. Skill speeds. Each skill has its own speed. We saw that. Are more powerful but require preparation, bringing the risk of an enemy attacking first. Okay. But he's low, so let's do a quick attack here. Light work.
Serves the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Okay. Nice little introduction to combat. Proletariatus Berzola. Soon the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles with one stroke of the mighty arm. Hardened by work and struggle with misery, they will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events, so agonizing for many, be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our lands. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining the fray. The hour of trial is upon us. Let us not lose heart.
Good boy.
Yes. Okay, I guess it's saving. Perception. Let's talk to Rasputin.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
Indeed. Who is asking?
I forgive you.
He didn't sound like
I'm
that.
sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and
And you expected a stinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
yes, I've heard, especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases, inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
Number 2 sounds like something he'd say.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
Number 2 is where you're coming from.
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
It's kind of funny.
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Wiktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face.
Just
or
heal me,
flee
man.
for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Prayer beads. Time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's stronger fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Okay. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He is a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor. Okay.
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Observations. Broken bottle. Damaged bottle was used as a weapon, judged by the trace of blood. A lot of anger emanates from this item. Observations are information that you acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions. A valuable source of knowledge about the world and events that can help you differentiate situations. Alright, this game has potential to be super cool. Perception and objects. The Thaumaturge's possession perception, which allows them to read other people's emotions, actions, words, and thoughts left on items. In order to recognize them, you must develop the heart, deed, word, and mind dimensions sufficiently. Traces. On some items, you will find a trace of someone's personality. It takes one of 3 forms. Unknown. You see it for the first time. Familiar. You've seen it before, but you're not certain who it belongs to. Certain. You know exactly who left it. Traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item.
Let's take a look around.
It's getting confusing. But we know we need to use our perception. Okay, so what's this?
So that's how you want to play.
Dirty bowl that someone has eaten stew from. Dimension force too low. Word 1 unknown. Okay. Wonder if I can just keep snapping. I love the little snap. He actually snaps. That's cool.
Who would have thought there were such
Prayer book
layers
in
of passion within him?
An ornate prayer book containing prayers for the Russian Orthodox Rite. It vibrates with a languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder, but that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. Trace certain, Rasputin. Okay. Who would have thought that this priest had such passion? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. So... Alright, we'll deal with that later. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have done that. On the Grimoire's cover, there are available Thaumaturge points, and you can spend on the tree. Purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers within a dimension, and hunt salutors to enable further development. Alright, we'll worry about this later. So, I think that's his. We talked to him now, right?
Careful you don't get achy feet. You're not too worn out. You look a little peaked.
Any moment now.
I have all day.
Okay, so... Obviously not. Wait. Am I supposed to... what's this? Haircloth. A penitential device for voluntary self-mortification of the body. That sounds like such an odd description. See, it's moving this way. Do I talk to him now? Oh, tell Rasputin what you found. Okay.
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat.
Rasputin will remember this. Ooh, I like that mechanic of the game. Very interesting.
Tell me again.
Could lead to fun.
Why were you looking for me?
I'm sick, bro.
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild salutor, and that ended with me losing contact with my first salutor. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
Proud answer. Again, so in this case, I feel like he doesn't care about the money. Let's just say it.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing
I knew
to
it.
me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My
Yeah.
gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze.
Give me something
into
good
your
here.
mind. Let me see through your
Blow the top
eyes.
off this game.
Let me.
Where
No!
am I?
It's like,
Rasputin. There's no one in here.
it's like the Inquisitors, the Underworld. Nah! I was hoping for like a sick like cutscene and flashbacks and stuff. Ah! My homie. He disappeared.
I need to get out of here.
At least we can do a cool walk. There he is. No, come back, my friend.
What is this sound? Shackles?
By day? Oh, but he's gone. Okay. Cutscene, yes.
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
Ooh.
Lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind.
Love you too, Dad.
Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
What?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
I don't really get what's going on, but...
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Ah, babushka!
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a salutor, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
All right. Find the person with the flaw and... Oh, didn't mean to do that. Find Rasputin in the cemetery. Let's go find Rasputin. I feel like that's the... next kit. Quests have multiple objectives. Freely switch for the one you'd like to track. After switching, the objective will reveal a path to follow. Sometimes the path is so mysterious that it eludes even an experienced Thaumaturge. No worries. The remaining objectives will provide a way to solve the quest. I am liking this game so far. The voice acting is good.
I felt something. Where is it?
Examine.
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found.
Take a bite.
That's not yours, don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
I think we found our flaw lady. A bruised crimson apple. Vesna was trembling, dropped the fruit basket, and left this orphan behind. Vesna has left her distinct trace on the fruit. It consists of heart fluttering and panic, and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste of pure fear. Yeah, as I was saying, I like this game. It seems like it's got potential to be pretty good.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
Kind of giving me... Strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of emotions carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell. That's not right. But yeah, it's got potential to be really, really good. It kind of reminds me of a vampire. I still like that game. That game didn't get enough credit.
Am I sensing?
I don't know what I'm doing. Let's knock. Why not?
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
Ugh. $36 and $43. Let's improve Thaumaturge. Good call. This upgrades using perception and dimension of heart. Upgrades perception mind. I don't know what any of these do. Maybe. Aha! Gives us a 60% chance of dealing double damage. Restores your focus. Reduces focus, but reduces enemy focus, okay? Gives interrupting enemy's planned action. Alright, so let's go with this one. Done. Hopefully I can use him. All right. Strong attacks and focus. In order to launch a strong attack against an enemy, you must take away all of their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allows the fight to end quicker. I like it. What is this? Diversion. Reduces focus. He's got one focus. So let's start with that. Let's see what happens. Okay, the enemy has lost all their focus and now is in the breakdown state. Okay. Oh, that was pretty cool. Okay. Let's try that. So let's just take the focus down, give me a strong attack option. That is pretty cool.
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure.
Okay, the combat's pretty neat. Alright. Talk to the wise
my
woman.
dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected
Anatoly.
as much. And he wanted to come see you himself.
That was in
he
the letter.
was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
Lies between the quarreling peasants, the obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly. It will come to fisticuffs in a moment. It seems that the neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in the act of revenge, a classic of the genre. Screw it.
If that memento was worth a lot, even a goose would make up for it.
It was a piece of junk, not a memento.
We know how much a goose is worth. So Anatoly should pay back for the goose he strangled. The pendant, we don't know if it got lost or he drank it away, and now he's looking for a sucker.
Witch!
Thank you. I will explain that to him when he's sober.
Come inside, and tell me what you're doing here.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Babushka. Okay,
Well,
so
then,
we have
I hope
nothing
you'll
to
still
go
be
off
alive
yet.
when I get back, madam.
I read through that really fast. It's bleh. Okay, so unfinished letter. So. My dear son, my heart is crying. Have I harmed you so that you write about me like this, that you renounce your legacy, your land, and your blood? I never said a word to you when you refused to farm with us, nor when you went to Tiflis to study. And now you're calling us stupid, backward? You repeat after that rector of yours, Judiki, that Georgian, your language, is the language of dogs. And you want to write to me only in Russian? Child, Georgia flows in your blood. She is the salt in your tears and the glue in your bones. You will not renounce her. You can't. Sad. Alright. Thank you again. I'll talk to him when he's sober. So am I supposed to find the person with the flaw first? Is that what's going on? Let's just do that. Oh, let's examine. Made of string, sticks, and feathers, it's supposed to protect the residents from the influence of evil powers. Hello.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
The coachman doesn't want to take me to the cemetery. If I use my power, I should be able to change his attitude. Still don't have that yet. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yes. Let me make my little witchcraft potion to manipulate you. Using Thaumaturge, you can manipulate other people. First, you must know a person's secrets, which you can learn by making conclusions. If the manipulation is available, the character interaction icon will change and the upper will appear next to the character. Terrific. The shovel will still show traces of mud and ice. The coachman had to free the wagon's wheels from the soft soil that had engulfed them. Rag. The coachman used the rag to wipe the sweat from his forehead. The rag reeked with sour odor of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone and the muscles burn with fire. And no one would help. Such was his job, such was his fate. Poor guy. He's tired and weary. He's worked hard at unloading the wagon alone, and all he dreams is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering. I don't like the sound of that.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yes, you are.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Take a nap at the cemetery, big guy. That's so weird, because I feel... So either way, I had to go to him to find it. Ha! That's funny, okay. Thank you, game, for simplifying things.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
I see him. My Uber. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in the cemetery.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that
It was
after
a witch.
Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yavits.
Yavits. Doom. Locals say that since the death of the village elder, a doom has hung over the village. Minor quarrels immediately turn into bloody fights, and people are tense and withdrawn. Things are not looking good.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Everything's gone topsy-turvy.
Topsy-turvy?
When folks get to arguing now, they're so hot-headed. Before you know it, they're at one another's throats.
Ugh, the
Ladies
shenanigans.
have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
Tragedies such as Vasily's death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing, speaking curses. And the curse stuck. Those ruins seem a profaned place now. A wicked spirit has taken over the blighted land.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going, it can't be stopped.
This could also be the work of a salutor.
A salutor. Vasily's death was not peaceful. The elder died in the flames that consumed his house. The ruins are thought to be cursed, and locals speak of them with horror.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
That's funny.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a Bukavatch.
Not the Bukavatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A Bukavatch.
What did I just say?
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you.
Hey, I didn't sign up for all
Let's
this.
allow Vasili's soul to rest for today. Amen.
I came to get healed. Superstitions. A woman in a cemetery claims the village is haunted by a lich. His name is Bukovac. A peaceful and happy village? Not quite. The villagers are riled up and on the point of breaking, laying the blame for their troubles on the actions of Bukovac. They are trying to defend themselves against the dark force with folk methods. Okay, so I believe we go here. Let's double check, I'm sorry. Because I think Rasputin's coming with us, so let's go here. Every time I say Bukovac, it's reminding me of like the John Wick, the Baba Yaga, the boogeyman. Where are we going, Rasputin? Have you learned anything? Okay, so I guess I'll be searching it myself.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
A destroyed doorframe. By some miracle, it survived the fire. Fear has embedded itself deep in the fabric of the doorframe. Fear of the flames and trepidation about losing a loved one.
A horrible death.
A dried blood stain. It is soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. The blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body, the heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and the pain resounded anew. So he was stabbed with scissors beforehand? So this was no accident. This was intentional. Oh. Search around the side real quick. Aha, what's this?
True fear.
A charred ragdoll. It appears old. The doll is caked with a hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish on an age-old painting. A child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. Oh, these descriptions are so... I've been waiting for a game like this, you know? It doesn't have to have the craziest combat system and everything else, but, you know, like a well thought out story and good dialogue, and the graphics are still good. Oh, let's talk to bro.
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime.
No way.
The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give them back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
What did I miss? Who owns that doll? Vesna's trace. The same trace can be felt on the rag doll and the item dropped by the woman. Ah. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained. Her heart is trembling. Her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders. Lost in the wilderness of fear, I may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Dude, if I get to fight with Rasputin...
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
Yeah.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Let's do it. Alright. Who's got the most health? You? Makes every attack on the enemy deal the maximum possible damage. What's this do? Your bond restore things to Rasputin. Action, reaction. I feel like that could be useful. What do we have here? Restores your focus. If the enemy is in a suffering state. Planned action. I'm gonna need more combat experience to decide where to allocate these, but we'll worry about that later. I should have actually looked at what that said. But okay. He's got one focus. He's got one focus. One focus. It's gonna be easy. Did I just double up? Take him out. Dang. Ooh, he had a knife. So that takes away from one focus, then this takes away a focus. I'm wondering if I'll get like a different sequence. Ooh, that did some damage. Let's go with concussion. And then let's try this. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, because that was still loaded. Okay, I see. So that other attack should be loaded. Let's try that. I feel like it's loaded there, so let's try this again. Yeah. Oh, I just got help. Sorry, I kind of understood.
You're right, sir. Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're right, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
I'm kind of figuring out the combat. Like, I think you have to remember your selections and then plan ahead. I wish there was like kind of like a queue so you could see what you're stacking. But it's not a big deal. Should we go talk to Vesna real quick? Let's do that. I love that little snap.
No luck. Oh well. I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please, please.
So how do I... Damn jack shaft. The trace it bears does not belong to Vesna. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns. A love that is difficult, but not accepting of violence. Broken shards of a blue ceramic dish. The broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled screaming, finger pointing, and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. Look. In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently and loudly until they're out of breath, but they persist together despite everything. I love like how well written all the descriptions are of everything. I mean, really. Maybe it's because it's early in the game, you know, but they did not get lazy about it so far, and I love that.
Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Luca sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that.
Ah. Ooh. Ooh, I see. I should have read that, sorry.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
The trace that was on the axe was also on the door frame.
Any guests over?
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
You'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
It is clear that this is not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Luca must not have the best reputation in the village. Residents see Luca as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luca was at Vasily's house on the night the murder fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
I think I've got something of yours. I found it by your father's burned-out farmhouse. You've imprinted your fear onto it. I know because I'm a Thaumaturge. I want to help.
What do you want to know?
Where can I find your husband?
In the clearing, by the forest. He's chopping wood with the others.
Thank you.
Get that thing out of here.
Yeah, as I was saying, I tried not to get too excited for this game. I have super high hopes for it now, and I really hope it delivers. The fact I'm just getting all this started, and we're not even really getting into the story.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
I really hope they deliver.
How is your search?
You're doing great so far.
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that salutor?
Absolutely.
Yes,
like Pokemon,
absolutely.
baby. I want a bunch of them.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to
You know
come
what the
with
save
me.
is? Reload.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
Did I say Risk or save? Anyways, the risk is reload the save. So not much. And we just saved. Perfect. This should be convenient. Oh, it's a big burly man.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Threatened your wife?
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the salutor here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasily's death. The salutor is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw, which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
Wow.
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again.
Unless you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Bukabash.
Fastness flaw is mine, and you're mine.
This is hype. Yo! Haha, the game's gonna expose me. I'm always here for the story, but let's see. Story. Combat is easier. This mode is for those wishing to focus on the story. That's... What do we mean? Combat is challenging while allowing for a lot of freedom. The combat is challenging. To win, you must plan your actions carefully. Definitely not me. I'm not here for all that. This says that it's challenging. While allowing for a lot of freedom. Alright, I don't want you guys to make fun of me, so let's do balanced. That thing's really big, never mind. I want to change it. To defeat a wild salutor, you must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. The bar tells you when the wild salutor sends more enemies against you. Okay, interesting. Wait a minute. Focus is 5. Dang. So I have 3 points. Probably gonna need that one. Gives us a 60% chance of slowing the enemy's actions. I like that one. Let's see, so what does this one do? I just hope these are not like I have to cast them. You know what I mean? Alright. Oh, I just figured it out. So I can use diversion to reduce focus, and then I'm gonna get on the flip side my salutors attack. So let's start with a planned attack and bloody penance. I see now. States. Bukvacha has caused you to enter the suffering state. States can Have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Read the descriptions carefully and don't get caught off guard. Probably read that. Oh, there we go. Receives damage 2 at the end of every round. The effect stacks times 4. Wow! Alright, so he's low, so let's do these. Let's finish him off. 1 and 1. What did I do wrong there? Send everything you got. Oh, 2. Whoopsie. Focus is 1. See, now we're using a little bit better. Now both their focuses are down. The enemy is not in the breakdown state. Oh, am I low? Can I heal? Oh my gosh. Alright, so we gotta do this. Please be the end. I'm about to die.
Crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
You defeat Bukovac, the D-Dimension Salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Salutor won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothed his anger. You achieved the unachievable.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
And you, why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine, I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
She's nasty.
What have you done? Go. You don't need to see this.
Definitely not saving her. Luca seems like a good guy. Let's do this one. Oh, wait, because no, that's going to make him stick up for her. Oh, this is tricky. Should we do nothing? Not our problem. I just don't know the effect of these yet. Like when it drops them too. Like how do I get that back? How soon? Let's just do that one.
Nothing has to be decided at the moment. Certainly not things that can't be undone.
Well, exactly. Beat it, you scoundrels. There's enough blood in this village already.
Sharing a village with murderers?
You were the first to spill blood!
It's not the same. If that's the case, you're banished from the village. Get out of here! We'll burn away the impurity you left in our village. Phew.
Alright, I feel like that went over okay.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
One to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father.
What?
Do you still want to send something?
What? What? I didn't even get to meet him in the game, dude.
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
I guess that.
Just a moment ago, I was thinking about Vienna or Budapest and going on from there to Paris, but now I've got to get to Warsaw first. What about you?
Thanks to you. I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Oh, cool. I like him. He's a cool character. The Thaumaturge. chasing and taming wild Baba Yagas. Okay, we're gonna call it there for episode 1. Start off episode 2 with a nice little cutscene. I'm really liking the game so far. It's not the most exciting combat, but everything feels like really well put together. The story elements, the amount of detail that goes into it, even the graphics are really good, especially for the cutscenes. And like I said, I'm not a fan of top-down games, but it's been pretty fun. The combat mechanics kind of cool. It might get boring over time, but let's see if they amp it up with adding it with the salutors and stuff like that. See how it goes. But I will see you in the next one. Thank you.